dad had Warzone? Let me get my stick real quick. Guys, I did not know my mic fucking fun right now.
Yes, sir. Damn. What's up, Johnny? What's up, Ghost Slayer? We got Slayer 2000. We got Ninja Killer. What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Yo, guys, it's Last Alive, so I'll reach chat in a second. I need to...
Stop Katie's TikTok. What do you want? Katie's TikTok. Huh? Katie's TikTok. Katie's TikTok? Kelly. Kelly. No. No.
You can join me.
This is why you should always lock your doors. A class was playing a game of Go when they heard a voice on the intercom say, "This is not a drill. Go into lockdown." The students all go in the back of the classroom and then...
That's not okay.
Normal looking photos that have a disturbing backstory. Part 8. This shadow is coming...
What?
This is why you should always trust your gut. In the 1970s, a young couple decided... Remember, your Amazon Alexa is always listening. In 2018, a girl named Alexa came home to her apartment to find her creepy stalker landlord in her kitchen. This is the story about the blind woman who could see ghosts. So this girl who was blind at birth lived with her father.
If she ever asks you this one question, always say no. A hospital receptionist, normal-looking photos that have a disturbing backstory.
This is why you always say yes to tandoori chicken. In 2012,
Oh, I seen that one.
a tutor and her students stayed up so late one night studying that by the time they were done, the buses had stopped running. Without another way home, the student asked, "If you make it to the end, I'm sorry." In 2007, a woman was lying awake in her hotel bed when she started hearing a kid run up and down the hall laughing and making tons of noise. She considered going out and telling the kid to be quiet, but eventually just said whatever and fell asleep. The next morning, she got up and asked her teenage daughter who was staying in the room next door if she had heard the kid, and she said yes, it was so annoying. That night, the woman is back in bed trying to sleep when once again she hears the kid in the hall.
I'm gonna try one more time.
She starts walking to the front door to get a better listen when the footsteps stop right in front of her door and she hears the kid playing with the do not disturb sign. She leans into the peephole to get a better look, but the kid's gone. So she steps into the hallway and looks down the hall, and there's the kid at the far end, just standing there perfectly still.
Oh yeah, I forgot, you spawn all the way.
If you make it to the end,
Just keep on going straight. Keep on going straight.
Trust your gut.
No, yeah, just keep on going straight, yeah.
Crazy ways people have died, part 2. Gary Bailey was at his friend's house when he saw a glass jar on the counter. He grabbed the jar and started to drink it.
Normal-looking photos that have a disturbing backstory, part 17. This is YouTuber Sarah Funk, who was...
Scariest urban legends from every state. Texas, the Candy Lady. In the 1900s, children... Scary things kids say for at 14. My 4-year-old son and I were...
Believe it or not, this is a
yeah.
documented true story. In 1947, an American ship picked up a horrifying...
Here are some photos taken right before disaster, part 3. Here is the last photo ever taken of Paul Walker. It shows him climbing into the car that eventually crashed, taking him and the driver's lives back in 2013. Craziest part is, Paul Walker wasn't even the one driving. The guy
I think they
driving
did.
was a
I think they
professional
ran away.
racer. And the saddest part is that all this happened at a charity event that Paul Walker was hosting. R.I.P. This photo was taken right before the homage bombing. The red car in this photograph right here contained a bomb that killed 29 people and injured some 220 others. Surprisingly,
Oh, gold
the man
pants. Nice.
and child both survived, but the photographer
Oh, it's
didn't.
broken.
This unsuspecting family snapped the last moments of Ayano's life. The 20-year-old
Normal-looking photos that have a disturbing backstory. Normal-looking photos that have a disturbing backstory. Normal-looking photos that have a
Plastic surgery is gone wrong, part 2. Han Miyoko. Creepy true stories, part 1. Lisa Landon.
This has to be the worst form of torture ever. I still
Okay,
can't believe that this form
here.
of torture
No.
is real and is this bad. The form of torture I'm talking about is white room torture. It is basically where prisoners are isolated in white rooms, wear white clothes, and eat white food from white plates. Now you might be thinking, how could this be that bad? Well, white room torture is a form of psychological torture concerning complete isolation and sensory deprivation of the prisoners. So you see nobody else and you hear absolutely nothing.
normal-looking photos that...
Yes, this really did happen. In 2015, a man woke up to a strange... Be careful what you put in your body. In 2014, a couple returned to their home to find it trashed. Boy, did this kid pick a good night to have his phone out filming. In 2008, a teen... This is why you should...
Here's why you should never go on the world's tallest water slide. In 2014, in Kansas City, the world's tallest water slide, the Barrett.
Here's why you should never record yourself sleeping. So there was a woman who was a chronic sleep talker. One day at work, she was talking to her coworkers about...
Normal-looking photos that have a disturbing backstory, part 14. This photo shows Jesse McBain and his girlfriend Patricia Mann on their way to a Valentine's Day dance. When they failed to return to their dorms, their roommates called the police, who found their bodies tied up in the woods 3 days later. They have been tortured and died side by side. What seems like a cheerful teenager...
Oh, you know that one guy that breaks things, breaks people's phones and stuff and gives them new things?
And injures several of his siblings.
Someone found them in the public, and he, like, after the videos, after he stops recording, he actually takes them back.
Hated her and drugged OC on morphine and forced her to stay in bed.
Yeah, he does. Someone recorded it.
Lethal overdose and told doctors that she had...
Here are some photos taken right before disaster, part 13. This photo was taken at the Burning Man Festival. He decided it was a good
I
idea
dropped food right there.
to burn the effigy. And just like you would think, he burned to death. That was the last photo ever taken of him. This photo shows 14-year-old Keith Sapsford. He hid in the wheel of a flight leaving Sydney towards Japan. The photo was taken by John Gilspin. He was testing
Normal-looking photos that have a disturbing backstory.
Man-made disease.
Urban legends to haunt you. Carmen Winstead. Carmen supposedly died after a gang of bullies pushed her down a...
Normal-looking photos that...
This is why you should never mess with a weird kid. So in 2003, a weird boy named Nathan was always bullied for playing Minecraft. Everyone called him the weird kid. Then one day, a bully started messing with the weird kid. He started taking Nathan's lunches and started beating him up in front of everybody. So Nathan wanted to take revenge. He would follow the bully home every day to find out where he lives. The bully actually lived under a freeway. He was broke. So this weird boy named Nathan started recording the bully in his house under the freeway. He later posted it on TV and it went viral. The bully was so embarrassed. This is why you should never...
I can confirm that this is a true story. In 2004, a
Huh?
16-year-old...
some of the worst things ever found on the dark web, part 1. This is why you should never send nudes. This is the story of Pink Mac. Despite
No.
You should never fall asleep in class. So in 2014,
Why?
a little boy named James... This is why you should
Oh.
always be careful what you wish for. So in 2013, these TikTokers accidentally found a body. There's a popular app right now on TikTok called Random Not that sends you to random locations in your area. Some people find random abandoned places. Some people even found random weird things in the forest.
He's stuck.
This is why you should never wear your necklace in public. So in 2019, a little girl named Sally was walking around with a $25,000 necklace around her neck. At the time, she was considered as royalty.
Oh, sorry.
Diamond.
This is why you should always check underneath your bed before.
No. If there's a white cat, if you see a white cat walking, it's already tamed. Oh, no.
This is why you should never stay awake past 3 a.m. A woman in her early 20s was away from home. Creepy historical photos.
Look how tall this tree is.
Part 3.
Everyone loves the first day of school, right? Pictures taken right before death. First,
I made a ginormous tree.
girl wanted to get the most extreme selfie, so she climbed up a bridge which was about 30 feet high. And then she fell off, but it wasn't the fall that killed her. It was on her way down, she grabbed some electrical wires and they electrocuted her.
It's called
This
magic.
picture was actually taken by a guy who was just testing out the new camera.
No, it's not. It wasn't even. It wasn't even.
Literally flying out of a plane. It turns out he was hidden in the plane wheels, and during takeoff, he somehow fell out, and it was caught on camera. This looks like you.
This story has the best ending ever. In 2003,
Don't farm it. Thanks for telling me that. God. I'll go to you with my horse. Nope, I'm just going to give you food. You should have slept in the bed. Why wasn't that the first thing you did when you came? Or you should... I'm coming. You're going the wrong way, just so you know. Follow me. Follow me. Oh my, it's a ravine. Yet. Stupid car. Or I said stupid car, I meant cow. I'm coming. My name away. I don't know that man, but you had to. You're going. Yeah, could be going that way. You had to walk this far. On the map, it's not that far, but